And welcome back to the B Team Sports Show. This is episode 13. In fact, this is the last episode before the end of the semester. We have an important question for everyone on the panel today. Actually, just us. You guys aren't gonna respond to anything.
It's live.
We're live. Okay, so maybe you guys have the ability to respond to something. Very first question is, what is your guys' favorite Christmas song?
Trev, take it away.
Me and Grant both agree on this. I don't think there's much of a debate. Last Christmas, easily, 100% the best Christmas song of all time. I don't want that Mariah Carey. I don't want whatever Tyler's going to play. Give me Last Christmas.
I just love how it is so peaceful before we start these shows, and as soon as the intro stops playing, Trevor gets so mean.
I keep that same energy off the camera.
No, you don't.
Back me up, Grant.
No, you don't. We were.
It's the first minute of the pod, brother.
We're at Logie's yesterday. You're like, I can't believe you're here. I can't believe you're here, bro. You were happy to see me.
I was thrilled because you never come out.
Anyway, war is over. Merry Christmas. That's a very good one.
Fair take.
To not be basic answer like what Jack
yours?
was about to say. I just said it. Merry Christmas. War is over.
War's over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Terrible.
Yeah, my favorite is easily Baby It's Cold Outside, and that is because it's true.
I'll take.
I mean, it was played in
That's
the
most
greatest.
Jack kind of answer.
It was played
Let him talk.
in the greatest Christmas movie of all time, Elf.
Great take.
So-
Absolutely amazing take.
Until Christmas time, War is over, whatever your song is called is an Elf. I don't want to hear anything.
I don't think Elf is that amazing of a Christmas movie.
What?
Get out of here.
What? That might have been the craziest take we've heard.
Wait, is
ever.
that the coldest take
And
ever? on the
he
BT
gets
Sports
mad
Show?
when I get mad at him on the podcast in the first. You say some stupid thing like that. That is
No.
awful.
Coldest take ever. on the BT Sports
Explain
Show.
to us now how Elf is the worst.
I did not say the worst.
Not
I
the
did
best.
not say the
Not
worst.
the
Not
best.
how is
What's
it not the
better?
best?
What's better than it?
If he says Polar Express, I might be.
No, I hate that movie.
I hate the Polar
I hate that
Express.
movie. It
That
got
can
worse
be.
too in the sicko
That can
mode.
be another.
What's better? Here, answer the question. What's better?
He
doesn't know.
I like the Santa Claus movies a lot. Those
Like-
are good movies.
Like going with Tim Allen.
Yeah,
Santa Claus with
Those
the E at the end.
Like the Santa Claus movies where he's not actually Santa Claus and then he just becomes Santa Claus.
Yeah, they're pretty good movies.
Okay, I actually haven't seen those in a long time. I'm gonna watch them and get back to you. It's not better than Elf, that's for sure.
The third one is my favorite.
Okay, but again, it's not better than Elf. There's a reason why we watch that every Christmas.
Amen.
That and Home Alone. I think those are the two
Those
most
are
that and
iconic
Home Alone,
Christmas
too,
movies.
for sure.
I mean,
Well, sports-wise, moving on. Why are you? Sports-wise, moving on. Big news out of the MLB. Juan Soto, the biggest contract in sports history, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, surely
15
it
years,
is.
$765 million. Bag chaser Jake Henna.
Yes,
Thoughts?
I respect it. He went and got himself the bag. However, now he has to be a New York Met for 15 years.
That's not great.
Real
Why
quick.
would you not take? Hold on. Why would you not take the $5 million less with a year more to stay on the Yankees?
Because he's a bag chaser.
It's $5 million less
And a better team.
and a better team.
No. Oh well, yes, for sure. I thought we was defending the Mets.
Yeah,
My
no.
bad, my bad.
No, bag chasing though. You
Okay.
got $5 extra million.
Yeah.
I like where Kenna's head at. Also, happy early birthday, Kenna.
Yeah.
Thank you. Turning the big 20.
I think it's very clear that
15?
he does not like the Yankees. He doesn't like his teammates there. He doesn't like the
Maybe
organization.
he wants to grow facial hair.
That's a.
I actually
never
don't
even thought
think,
about that.
I
That's
don't
a great
think
take.
that's why.
Maybe he wants to have long hair.
I know they kicked out a member of his family from one of the games this year, and he was very upset about that.
I mean,
Maybe
bottom
they
line
don't
is-
respect his family. Right now, that's looking like the most logical of the three that I
I
put
mean,
out there.
the bottom line is it doesn't really matter to him if he's on a good team or not, in my opinion. He's got his ring. He won it with the Nationals. He's got nothing left to chase. He's making a lot of money. He's got a ring. I mean, what more can you really ask for as a
And
professional
now he gets to
athlete?
go hit dingers, making $765 million.
Watching an apple come out of center field, too. I mean, it
That's
doesn't get much
fire.
better than that, right?
That is electric. And he
15
gets to
years,
stay
that was
in New
crazy.
York.
I think we can all agree
Yeah.
the Mets aren't going to be anything special this year, though.
Who knows?
Depends on if they re-sign Pete Alonso or not, in my opinion.
Hey,
They're not.
The season's
No, there's
not
no way
over.
they
It
are.
depends on if my buddy is playing with him.
The season hasn't even started. Who's
Get
your
out.
buddy?
You know.
Name drop. Name drop.
Bill Belichick. head coaching job at North Carolina.
My buddy's name was not Bill Belichick, by the way.
What's your buddy's name then? I'm curious.
We'll talk about this after the
Okay.
podcast.
Bill Belichick takes the head coaching job at North Carolina.
we
What
talk about
What do you
this?
guys think about that? I was low-key kind of stunned. I mean, it makes sense. He's not really doing anything. But
He's got to be
crazy,
so unbelievably bored.
yeah.
Where he was low-key probably watching college football videos on YouTube, like
Yeah.
the game videos.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I'm just going to
You
do
know
this
what?
in real life. I can do it in real life. What do you guys think?
You think he plays NCAA?
No.
He's doing it in real life now.
I mean, he is dating a 24-year-old girlfriend.
That's a great
so
point. So maybe she brings the
Maybe
NCAA to
maybe
the
he
household.
does. Maybe he does have a little bit of youth tendencies in him.
How
But I
about
have like
the,
the big question I think surrounding this is, first of all, why North Carolina? And I think I have the answers to that, so I'm going to answer them right now.
Yeah.
I think you go to North Carolina because they have good donors.
Yep.
You're still on the East Coast, but you're on the warm part of the East Coast, I think,
Yep.
to where like it shouldn't be that big of a deal. And then, I don't know.
No expectations.
They're giving him whatever he
We
wants.
said
There's
that earlier.
no
There's
ex-
no expectations.
No expectations. If
Thanks
he,
for saying that because
yeah, if he does fine, that's great. If he does great, that's also great.
I think
There's really no bar, I feel like.
and
I
his
think-
son's getting the job when he retires,
yeah,
right?
you got to figure.
I think something that's should be added to that too is they're giving him whatever he wants. He wrote a 400-page manifesto.
The Belichick Manifesto.
And
I want to read it.
They
I do too.
agreed. They got through that within a day of it being reported and agreed to those terms. So they're happy to give Bill Belichick whatever they want.
Well, I'd be happy too. He's won, what, 5 Super Bowls? 4
Tom
Super-
Brady won all 5
Didn't
of
he
them.
win like
Okay.
8 Super Bowls?
I don't think that's crazy to say that.
He's
Tom
won a
I
Brady-
don't
lot.
think it's that crazy to say that
He's
the
won a-
success can be attributed
man.
to
He's
Brady.
won a lot of
Super
Super Bowls. He doesn't really need any. He doesn't have anything to prove, in my opinion. We all know he's a great coach.
He
Maybe
won
he's
6
washed.
Super Bowls. That's a
6?
lot of Super Bowls.
It's a lot of Super Bowls. Like, yeah, whatever. He may be washed. I don't care. He's Bill Belichick.
You guys think Bill Belichick's going to be doing at-home recruiting visits?
That's something for sure.
I don't know. Again, he's got youth tendencies. Maybe he will make it out there.
He's got that bag getter tendency
He
too.
does have a bag getter tendency. A lot of bag getters in the breaking news today.
Yeah, absolutely agree.
The college football playoff bracket's officially released. We'll talk about that later. I just
Yep.
wanted to acknowledge that happened.
It's awesome.
Speaking of bag chasing, Kansas announced a $759 million plan to finish the Gateway project yesterday. What are our thoughts about that?
My thought was you were itching for that transition, and I
was.
respected it.
He was feeding
transition
for it.
getter.
Tyler was about to grab that too.
I'm so thrilled that
actually
we
so
finally have like a plan because I really didn't want to play in half a new stadium and half an old one, and I didn't think we were going to get the donors to do it. So
You know what?
This is a win for us.
If I was living where I live right now, I would be not happy about the construction that I have to deal with, but I'm moving, so build whatever you want, make it look so good, spend all of the money, give me all of my
No, we do
tuition.
not need an increase in tuition again.
No, take all of my tuition.
I
No.
don't care to give my tuition to a football team that can't make a bowl.
I thoroughly agree with that.
I'm not giving them anything until.
Okay,
Isaiah
real
Marshall
quick,
starts.
this is so off topic, but what do we think about Savion Morrison transferring, but then Kobe Bryant commenting on that post saying, best decision you've ever made? Have you guys seen that?
Did
No.
Kansas lose the locker room?
I didn't see that.
I
didn't
saw it. I
see
know what
that
you're.
either.
I know what you're
Maybe
talking
maybe
about.
Savon Morrison. There's some inside stuff that we don't know.
Yeah,
But the
Maybe
fact
it's
that
like
Kobe just said, best
it's a-
decision you've ever made.
Kobe's got nothing to lose, man. He'll
He's
probably
gone.
be drafted some point in the league.
He's gone.
He's gone.
He's
He's
gone.
done. But like,
Doesn't- doesn't matter
He
anymore.
doesn't have anything.
Yeah.
Jalen Daniels also announced he's coming back. That's kind of exciting. I'm excited to see what he can do in a new,
I'm excited,
not
but
a new
also
system, but like it's a new year.
I'm excited, but also part of me also wishes that like we could see Isaiah Marshall or hell even Cole Ballard. After seeing what I saw this year, I just want some type of change, some type of spark. I just want something, and JD could give that to us, but I thought the same thing last year, and that turned out not very great for us. But a
No,
lot
I
of
think
that
we're
was
going to
OC
get
and
that
stuff.
change through the coordinators.
That's exactly what I think
and
too.
that's what I'm hoping.
I agree. There's
if not-
hope going into the season for sure.
If not, I think our wide receiver core right now is a little lacking.
Yeah.
And I think we're really going to have to
Our recruiting class.
bolster that through transfers. And I know we have Nickens coming in. So
Yeah, our recruiting class though has been good.
Yeah, I'm really happy, especially what we've been able to do in the portal.
Yeah,
We're getting all of our Kansas talk out of the way right now because we're not going to talk about them at all
Yeah,
towards the
no,
end of the
thank
year.
you.
So
We're done.
nothing to talk about there.
Is that all we have for Kansas football? On
Let's
the
look at
topic of
that.
Kansas
Let's
football?
look at that AP poll though. Talk about some Kansas basketball maybe.
Yeah, the AP poll dropped
Kind of a
on
mid-transition
Monday.
I
kind of didn't really.
I
like,
tried.
You just didn't fully like. Jump
Before we
into it.
jump to college basketball, the yearly announcement that Dick Vitale is cancer-free.
Congratulations, Dick Vitale. That's great news. We're so very happy and proud of you.
Amen.
Speaking of not great news, Kansas falls down to 10
Oh
on the
my
AP
God.
poll, the top 25. You know, number one team you lose to, you get the court stormed on you twice. I was there for one of them. Jay Kenna, you were as well there for one of them.
Yeah, but I was happy about the first one.
You pay tuition to go to this school.
Ow.
That was uncalled for.
Get out.
Yeah.
Apologize.
You pay tuition to go here.
That doesn't mean I have to support everything.
That's fair.
That's the
point.
team I've supported since I was. Man,
No,
I've
stop.
supported
No,
them
no, no,
since
no.
I was.
Stop,
was
because
a
this means
kid.
Tyler's going to get some ground, and I can't have that today. I've been going through enough. Don't dap him up to that. This is terrible.
I'm gonna dap. You threw a football at my head.
I don't know how I would feel if Nebraska had to play Kansas in football, because there's just no winning in that situation.
Dylan Raiola is transferring.
Like
to
at
Georgia.
the end of the day, I've been a fan
You
of
heard it here.
No,
of crazy
I got it.
basketball for 20 years, and I've been a fan of Kansas basketball for two and a half years. When I found out I was coming here senior year, I kind of started watching and like cheered for them.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like it's a little different. I would rather my lifelong team win, and that's crazy. And a lot of people just don't get it, and that's fine.
Yeah, I guess.
But it's just something. I don't know. It's something like that. Like if Notre Dame football and Kansas football played, first of all, I don't think it'd be very close.
Not at all.
And then
Not this year.
And then I think I would rather want Notre Dame to win. But
Interesting. I disagree.
I do like Kansas when they're not playing Notre Dame or Creighton. I cheer for them,
Fair enough.
even though sometimes I like to see them lose occasionally. Is that crazy?
Yeah,
What?
I think so. I mean, when Kansas played Indiana last year, I was rooting for Kansas. This is the
but
school I go
Indiana
to. I
also
love this
sucked.
school. Kansas only won by 2.
Yeah, but Indiana sucked. Nebraska beat them.
We
Transfer.
only won by
Like
2.
if they ever play like Nebraska or a school like my friends go to,
What do you mean?
like I'll actively root for Kansas. But all my friends go to smaller schools like back home.
I guess. I don't know. All my friends go to Indiana, and I still rooted for Kansas.
I don't
know.
really have many friends that go to UNL. I have a few.
Yeah.
Shout out
I have a few-
UNL's Union. It was really nice.
Yeah.
All
Shout
right.
out all my friends at UNL. You guys are awesome.
What we're trying to say, though, is that Kansas dropped 9 spots in the poll. That's tied for the most spots dropped. New number 1, Tennessee,
Yeah.
out of the SEC.
Good old
I was
Viking
kind of
town.
hoping Auburn would get the number 1 spot, but then they lost when KU lost to Creighton, so they kind
Well,
of lost that chance.
I don't know. I think Auburn or Tennessee.
Auburn is the best team in the country right now.
I disagree. I think Tennessee is the best team in the country.
Why?
Look at their record. Look at their wins. They have a lot of marquee wins. They're replacing the second best player in college basketball last year in Dalton Connect, and
Yeah.
they're doing it very well.
That's fair.
Obviously, they have a test on Saturday when they go to Illinois, and that's where we're going to get a real test because this Auburn team's been battle tested.
See, I disagree with you. I think that Illinois game isn't much of a test. Illinois is a good basketball team, but compared to the slate that Tennessee's brought up, I don't know. Maybe that's just my opinion, but I think I just don't love that Illinois team, and I think they get more hype than they deserve. Rather, I guess would be the thing.
I mean, they've played Louisville, beat Louisville. I think Louisville's going to be a very good team out in the ACC.
I don't disagree.
They beat Virginia. Virginia, down year, their coach retires literally a week and a half before the season starts. Just raises a lot of questions about that team. But then they go out and they beat a Baylor team that I'm high on. I know they have had a horrific start to the year, but you can make an argument that Kansas has as well. And
That's
a few
fair.
other teams that are, I think, going to be towards the top come March.
Yeah.
Obviously, they have a lot of things to prove. And then they beat a Miami team who I don't think the Miami team's necessarily super well.
I don't think they're
super
very good.
But those are still games against Power 5 teams that you've been able to walk in, take care of business.
Yeah,
I
but-
mean, a 26-point slaughter against Syracuse. They have a real test on Saturday. This Illinois team's no pushover. Kasparis Yakashonis is on that team. Benham Rickhouse.
Yeah, but see-
Kylan Boswell.
When you look to Auburn's schedule, win against number 4
They're
Houston,
battle-tested.
win against number 5 Iowa State, win against number 12 North Carolina, win against number 9 Duke. You're telling me that isn't a better slate?
Their one loss was against Duke, right?
Yeah, they lost.
Or
to
excuse me,
at
yeah,
Duke.
yeah, loss was against Duke. My fault.
So it's
But
like they're a battle-tested team. I think just right now, just because one of them's undefeated and one of them's has one loss, that's why they're 1-2. I think
guess.
Auburn is still one of the best teams in college basketball, and if they are raising a banner come March, I'm not surprised. What do
That's
you
fair.
guys think?
I don't disagree.
Regardless of who we think number one is, the SEC is doing very well
Yeah.
in basketball. 9 teams in the top 25, if I counted right. I was kind of zoned out while you guys were talking because I'm trying to count and trying to compare. I think I only counted 4 Big 12 teams.
2,
There's only
3.
4 Big 12 teams.
Yeah.
I mean, they have 5 teams in the top 10.
I think
Yeah.
the Big 12 is the most disrespected conference, and it's because stuff like this.
And that's
The
not true.
I think
I
I don't think
disagree.
I don't
I
think,
think-
you can say they're disrespected right now. The only time you could say that is when they start getting losses, having to beat each other
no.
in
Well,
conference play.
the whole thing that happened was football season. It was we're a football conference. We're not just a basketball conference. We're a football conference. Kansas went in, blew everything up. Nobody took the Big 12 serious this year. Like the Big 12 was
Why would they?
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Now we come in. Basketball season is the Big 12 season. How many Big 12 teams did you say is in there?
4.
There's
From
4.
what I
4.
counted.
There's 5 in the top 10 in the SEC.
Yeah.
The SEC is the best basketball
There's only
conference
2.
right now.
and
I'm sorry, but like that is what the Big 12 held their hat on was we are a basketball conference, and now we are not even the best conference in the top 25.
Is there only 2 2 ACC teams in the
Duke
top 25?
and not North Carolina.
It was
Duke and Clemson.
yeah.
Yep, Duke and Clemson. Clemson made it. All I'm saying is
Kinda
there's a
fall
lot
off
of
of that
good college
conference, too.
basketball teams, but right now, through 6 weeks, there are only 2 teams that I think are elite of elite right
Okay.
now, and those are Tennessee and that's Auburn.
Really?
I think those 2 teams are elite of elite. Come March, I still will claim that the Duke Blue Devils will win the national championship. I believe in that team, and even though freshmen usually don't win in March, I think that team is, dare I say it, well coached. Dare I say it, because in close games they've lost.
Yeah, that's
They've
something.
lost those close games so far, but they just have one of the most talented players in the country, and I am a very big advocate of the Duke Blue Devils. I don't know if they're not an elite team right now. I'll say
I
that.
absolutely agree with you.
I think the only 2 elite teams we have right now are Tennessee and Auburn, and you can make a case for Iowa State.
Yeah.
And I think, respectfully, that's why they're 1, 2, and 3.
Fair enough.
enough.
I don't think we can disagree with
to
that.
Be honest.
Yep.
What are your guys'
anybody got the
opinions
transition?
before we move on?
I would like to say real quick, I want to give a shout out to our TD, Case Spears. And if he would like to come in here and give us his Case Spears Fliff Bet of the Day, that would just be lovely. Because Case has been making us a lot of money for a long time right now.
Has he? And you guys have not been putting me on.
We'll
That
add you
is
to the
true.
group chat.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, flip bet of the day is going to be Puka Nakua and Cooper Cup over 200 yards combined. Lock it in.
We're gonna do that
He's
right
going to
now.
win me $75 tonight.
I got you.
Love you,
And
Case.
I'm going to lock that in as we speak. I've not been on Fliff all
Yep,
day.
and I just
I
wanted
thought
to
you-
announce
I
it real
thought
quick
betting was
before.
done for Jay Kenna. What
no,
happened?
that was putting money into my account.
He's
Okay,
not.
okay.
The bag getter
Yeah,
would never
he's-
quit
He's all about
getting
that
a
bag.
bag.
He's all about that bag.
So I
All
don't know
right.
about that
Well,
bag.
while Kenna does that, and while Grant makes sure that he has made that bet, let's look at college football, and let's look at the conference championship outcomes, starting off with the Mountain West. And number 10, Boise State, solidifying their bid to the college football playoff by
That's a
beating
surprise.
number 20, UNLV.
That surprised anybody?
No.
No.
Great.
Nope.
Lovely. Move on.
The only thing I want to say is Ashton Genty,
Heisman.
he's not
No.
going to get it, though.
Heisman.
I think
out
he
of
should.
here.
I think he should. I like Ashton Genty, and I think he has had a good season and deserves
Everybody's
to win the
saying that.
Heisman.
I disagree. He's getting the Heisman. Book
I don't
it
think
right
he
now. He
Because
will get
Travis
the Heisman.
Hunter today, also breaking news, won the AP poll National Offensive Player of the
I
Year.
don't care. Snaps is not a
pretty
statistic.
telling. It's pretty telling.
Snaps is not a statistic. I don't care.
You are not arguing with anyone here.
I'm
Maybe
not.
Grant.
I'm arguing with the committee.
I'll argue
The
both
committee
ways.
sucks.
What I do think is Travis Hunter is right, where he said if he was getting the ball 25 times a game, he could do something crazy.
He ain't a
I'm-
running back.
He's a receiver.
Yeah.
He's getting 25.
But here's the thing.
receptions
He's
a
getting
game.
25 receptions a game. He's breaking every wide
Here's the
receiver
thing.
record of all time.
This is-
while playing defense as well. It's not close, guys.
Well, this is what Ashton Genty had to say: is teams scheme their whole defense on stopping Genty, and they have not been able to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another thing for Genty too is
You saw it with Iowa's running back. You can stop Iowa's running back. regardless of how good
Iowa's a
Iowa
terrible
is.
comparison.
Yeah, this is gonna be. He just.
I was gonna go
he just
to
tried
Nebraska.
throw in
I was gonna go Nebraska.
Yeah, I know.
But you have been
The reason-
other running backs have been able to get stopped. Ashton Genty has not been able to get stopped. That's why he gets
That's what
34
I agree
carries a
with.
game.
I also
Jemiah Love
hate-
can't get stopped.
I
Devin
also,
Neal couldn't be stopped.
Yes, he could. Well, we didn't. His
Wait, what,
coaches
could
stopped
he?
him. His
I
coaches
mean-
stopped him. What are we talking about? I'm not saying
the
he got
thing-
stopped by
the thing
defense.
that
The coaches
bothers
didn't
me
give him the ball
is
every
not
play.
only are we stat padding for Heisman, we're also campaigning for it.
That was
That-
stupid. Hitting the pose after every touchdown is so dumb.
That bothers
That's what I
me.
do in the video
No,
game.
hold on.
Like,
No, hold
I don't
on.
even know. I don't even know how to do it.
Hold on. The thing that bothers me
so
about
worried.
that is not the campaigning, whatever, but stat padding in games where your best players should be out of the game no matter what. When they played.
play to the whistle.
Huh?
Play to the whistle. Play to the end of the game.
I do. I am a fan of stat padding. I'm not gonna
quite
lie.
literally take this any way you want, and
It
that's
just-
fine. There's going to be an Ashton Genty crew. There's going to be a Travis Hunter crew.
That's fair.
I really hope.
And at
Gentry
the end of the
wins,
day,
though. Hate Colorado.
they're both very talented.
They
and
are.
I wish we could Heisman.
That's
No.
Yeah, there's got to be one winner. We're not doing no team up here.
Participation award.
If you could give
All
up,
four of the
No,
nominees get it.
I kind of.
Watch Dylan Gabriel win.
they
Oh,
have both
hell
had
no.
they have both had terrific seasons.
Yeah.
They have.
And they've both broken numerous records in those seasons.
And
but
we're going to see an Ashton
know
Genty
what?
in the college football playoff.
All right, I have the answer to it. Only one of them is going to be drafted by the Jacksonville Jaguars. Ladies and gentlemen, your Heisman, Travis Hunter. Gonna be a Jaguar.
All I'm saying is,
Whatever.
I am not.
Did Travis Hunter lead his team to a college football playoff berth?
All I'm saying is, I'm not very
Right, no.
confident that Boise State's a good football team.
I don't disagree.
I'm
Boise
not
State
saying
without
college
Genty
football
isn't.
playoff.
Boise State without Genty isn't
Isn't
a
a
college
team.
football playoff team.
Well,
though.
I'm
There
not
may be a
disagreeing.
5-win team at
I'm not
times.
They
disagreeing
almost-
with you.
I have a question.
All I'm
now.
saying is, when you guys say like he did it against a big time team, Oregon's a great team, number one in the country for a reason. I don't think that defense is very good.
No, they only lost that game because of special teams. Their defense held up. It was special teams is why they lost that game.
Hear me out. I'm not saying that Boise State hasn't played anybody this year. They've played Oregon. What if you switch Colorado
No.
and Boise State?
I don't think it
I think
matters.
Colorado goes in and wins.
I think
same
Colorado
game.
wins the Mountain West. They almost won the Big 12.
Yeah, I think.
Like,
I
we
don't think
flip-flop.
it matters. I think both teams would probably do just about what they would have done this
No.
year. You disagree?
Oregon would have curb stomped Colorado if they played.
You think?
Yes.
Yes.
Double
You think-
digits.
You think in
double
week,
digits?
You think in week 2 they would have curb stomped Colorado? 'Cause I
Absolutely.
disagree.
Absolutely.
Really?
You saw Colorado's O-line week 2. They couldn't block anything.
We beat Colorado on week 8, 9?
Exactly.
Did you guys see what Boise State was able to do to a great Oregon team?
Yeah.
That was week 2, guys.
Colorado doesn't have that. Colorado has Travis Hunter on defense. That's pretty much it. They don't have that great of a defense.
You're lying to me if you're saying he's a phenomenal, top round pick on both sides of the ball.
No, he's not the best receiver. He's not the best cornerback.
So
He's
why
just
would he
top
be
10.
the Heisman?
He's top 10 in both, and that is
What do you mean?
The
What's your
Heisman is the
argument?
best player in college football. If
And
he's
he
not
is the
top-
best player in college football.
He just said he's not top
No,
10 on
no.
either
You don't
have
side
to be-
of
no.
the ball.
You
He
don't
is
have
top
to be
10 on
top
both sides.
5.
He's top 10 both.
He's
You
top
don't
10
have to
both
be-
sides. He's not
You
number
don't have
one.
to be the best player in your position to win the Heisman.
All right,
That's
let's start it right now. Trevor,
That
who's your
is
Heisman?
not BS.
That is BS.
Who's your Heisman?
You're gonna say
That
no,
is
no, no, no,
BS.
no. Who did you say is the best quarterback in the country then? Dylan Gabriel?
I thought he was about to say Dylan Raiola, bro. Oh my god.
No. Who would you
The
say the
best-
best quarterback in the country is?
The best quarterback in the country, in my opinion, is Cam Ward.
Okay. So you're gonna say that if
won
Cam
it-
Ward,
Cam Ward and Dylan Gabriel wins. If it's the best quarterback in college football, it's Dylan Gabriel. His team's undefeated. I still think Cam Ward's the most talented quarterback. I think he's still the best quarterback.
That's
Dylan
what's
Ga-
messed up
You
about
think he has
that.
more-
All
the
you guys are
college football
saying is
committee.
he's not the best.
He isn't.
That's what are we talking about? Get that out of here. He's the best player in college football. Ashton Genty, go play cornerback. Go play safety. Go play linebacker. He
he
can't
would be
do
the
it.
scariest outside linebacker.
He can't do it.
in the Mountain West.
He can't do it, guys. He can't do it.
He'd
I
be a
don't.
scary outside linebacker.
Look at what Travis Hunter's been able to do.
Maybe
Look at
that's
what
just
he
me
is
not wanting him to
doing.
come off the edge free.
I'm not
He is
saying he's
a
not
top
a great
5 player on both sides of the ball.
You could easily make that argument.
But he had.
He might not be a T-Mac at Arizona.
He might be top 3.
He might not be
side
a
of the ball.
Benjamin Morrison at Notre Dame.
Whoa, what?
But he is the best player in college football right now.
You'll never be able to convince me of that. And I don't know if that's close-mindedness. I don't care if it is. Because I think Ashton Jeanty is the best player
Ashton
in college
Jeanty
football.
put up the best running back season since 2014. Puts him 4th all time.
Guys, his competition wasn't good.
Jeanty?
Yes, Jeanty.
No.
Other than
The
Oregon,
hell?
other
He
than
played
Oregon, who they all
Oregon.
play.
And then who else did he play?
UNLV in the conference championship.
UNLV?
Just fine.
Get
They played
outta
UNLV
here.
twice.
They're
Get
not good.
out of here.
They are good.
UNLV was
They
the
were
second
top
best
20.
team.
Top 20 doesn't mean anything.
They were
Top 20. And what conference are they playing?
Mountain West.
Not West.
Okay. Guys, get the hell out of here. Get the absolute hell out of
They
here.
are
Like I
a
said,
top
you'll
20
never
team in the
be-
country.
Guys, get the hell out of
You
here.
will never be able to convince me otherwise. I think what he is doing is special, and there's nothing that compares to that, in my opinion. What Travis Hunter's doing is also special, but I don't see it on the same level.
Okay.
I
I would
just-
love, and see, we talked about Jeanty on early in the show.
I think we
Week
talked about him.
3.
Is Jack
week
Kennedy
I
one.
think it was week
B1
one because we were
Glazer?
like,
we've been sitting here, and we've talked about Jeanty and how at the end of the day it was always going to be his competition. The level of competition that killed any hope he had of winning the Heisman.
Fair.
He is a great.
So you're saying if he did the exact same stats
if he did
in the
this-
Big Ten
if
or
he-
the SEC,
how many yards? How many total yards did he have?
2,400.
the list didn't have it.
If he had 1,900 yards in the SEC, he wins the Heisman.
That's a god-awful take.
No, it's not.
no, it's not. It's Mountain West
He
versus
would still have.
SEC.
He would still have the best running back season of all time.
And you're
He
saying,
would.
in your mind,
And if
he
you put him in
played-
the SEC or you put him in the Big Ten, he wins the damn thing.
You're
He's
saying
not
you
even
support
top
him
30
winning that
all
thing
time.
if he plays in the SEC or if he
Yes.
plays. Why
He
does
hasn't had his
that?
bowl game
His
yet.
level of
So
competition
he's
was
over
so
that
much
on bowl
inferior to what Travis Hunter was able to
over
do. And
that
Travis
on
Hunter
bowl
was
game.
able to do it on both sides of the ball.
This is
Colorado
non-bowl
played
yards.
this
So
year.
he put up
Does
200
anyone
yards in the
know
bowl
their
game.
schedule?
So he's second all-time regular season.
Guys,
If you take away bowl
all
games,
I'm
he's
saying
second
is
all-time.
quite literally it's not close.
That's a
Ashton
good
Jeanty
count
is a
all.
hell of a college football player. He is
He
not
put up- he put
the
up-
Heisman.
Kenna, he put up the second best regular season rushing season.
Colorado's
of all time.
played
Of
damn
all
near no
time.
one either.
They're in the
Guys,
Big 12,
His
though.
bowl game,
I don't
his bowl
care.
game will
I'm sorry.
solidify his final spot. But
They
as of
have
right
played
now,
no one.
guys, I'm
without
sorry.
the bowl game,
It's not close.
Kenna, in his one bowl game, he might go and break Barry Sanders' record. He might.
How many extra games does he have?
Barry didn't have a bowl game. Everyone else, these stats count their bowl games. Barry Sanders didn't have a bowl game.
Guys, all I'm
The
saying
hardest
is it's
team
not
Colorado.
close.
The hardest team Colorado played this year is.
Nebraska, there.
It honestly is.
Okay,
There is
Oregon,
no one on this schedule that is
Oregon's an
anywhere near-
outlier.
No way he
though,
just
for
said that
Boise
Nebraska
State.
is
That is
better
the
than any
one,
Big 12
like-
team. That is
Dude,
crazy.
Look
shut
at
up,
this.
State.
They played no one.
Okay, other than
If
Oregon.
what you're saying is they played like a good competition schedule,
No.
there's no one on this that I think that.
Did they beat anybody that finished the season ranked?
No.
Colorado
Did not beat a single
Yes.
ranked
They did not
team.
beat a single ranked
They
team.
didn't beat a single team that finished the season ranked. They
Not
beat,
one.
I think, a ranked K-State. That's it.
And you're telling me that that is the schedule that, for whatever reason, puts Travis Hunter above Ashton Jeanty.
okay,
no,
okay.
no, it's the Big
Guys,
12 football. It's
all
not
I'm
that.
saying,
No,
shut up
it is
and
the
let me
Big
talk.
12 football.
Shut up and let me talk.
Go.
On an
Damn,
average
yeah,
week,
bro.
the Big 12 team that Travis Hunter and Colorado were playing was better than the average week of Ashton Jeanty Boise State. Portland State,
Georgia Southern, Portland State.
Hawaii, San Diego State, Nevada,
And for your argument,
San Jose State. These were the teams.
Boise State played one ranked team, or they played two. They
Played
lost
that
Oregon.
ranked team twice.
UNLV is
wasn't
not a
ranked
good
when they
football
played.
team.
They were ranked at the
They're
second.
They're
ranked
not
second
going
time.
to be
well, they
ranked
beat
at the end of the
That was
season
one ranked win.
for good reason.
They were.
Guys,
You
Stop.
have this pulled up? Are they still top 25 right now?
I'm just trying to find where Travis Hunter's at all-time receiving record because he's not in the top 10.
Nowhere close.
No.
Because he plays both sides of the ball at an elite level. He's top three both
just
sides of
saying.
the ball.
guys, there's a
Right,
reason
this
why he's
year-
not
Clearly
gonna
not
win.
top
This
three on
year-
their
Look at
side.
betting
This-
odds.
Stop.
I'm
stop,
not
stop,
crazy.
Stop, stop, stop,
You
stop,
guys
stop,
are
stop, stop.
absurd.
Grant. This year, Ashton Jeanty put himself in the all-time rushing leaders list. Travis Hunter has not done that on either side of the ball. I don't care how balanced of a player you are.
No, it's not balance. It's greatness on both sides of the ball. Get that in your head.
It's not top 10 on either side.
He's
though.
going to be the number 1 overall pick.
And
You're
then he's going
seeing-
to blow
You're going to
in the
win the
draft.
Heisman.
You're seeing perhaps the
Get
best
out
season
of
by a
here.
running back in the history of college football this year, and you're saying that's
Who's
not
number
the Heisman.
2? Derrick Henry. Where did
Right
Derrick
now
Henry
in
play
regular
college football?
season, Ashton Genty's 2 and Barry Sanders is 1.
Okay, Barry Sanders, Oklahoma State.
Kevin Smith has more than him.
1988.
Okay, yeah, Oklahoma State.
Number 3 is Kevin Smith. UCF,
Oklahoma
should have
State. Derrick Henry, Alabama. Ashton
Seventh all
Genty,
time.
Boise State.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Rashad Penny, San Diego State, 6 on the list.
Rashad Penny, number 6 in the list.
Yeah.
Get
okay,
out of
no,
here.
No. Get this. Boise State beat the living brakes off of UNLV. Kansas couldn't beat them, and Kansas killed Colorado. Kansas beat the hell out of Colorado.
Guys,
Also,
sure. That's a
Kenna,
week by
Kenna.
week
If we're
thing.
saying schedule-wise, how is that not anything to talk about?
Kenna. Who does Boise State play? Who does Boise State play in the college football playoff?
I'm
It
surprised.
doesn't matter because if they win that game, you cannot deny that Boise State is a better football team than Colorado.
They get a bye.
Okay.
Boise
when
State does, yeah, I forgot about
when they play exactly. Okay, so number 1 they got to buy. They are the best conference.
we can
They are
talk
a top
about-
4 conference.
we're
We're
gonna
not
talk
talking
about
this
this next week.
but we're talking like
I'm just saying.
The thing that bothers me is you're saying schedule is the thing. In my opinion, there is nothing about this schedule that is any more impressive than Boise State.
I don't think your schedule matters if you're that good of a team.
Guys, Boise State's just not very good.
They're
not.
I mean,
And this is going to be very apparent when they actually play a college football playoff game. And that's
But
okay.
that's what my point is.
And you're telling
what
me
are you
if
going to say?
Colorado play in the college football playoff, they're going to beat the hell out of someone?
What do
I
you-
think Colorado would have a better opportunity and a better chance to beat a team.
What
I
do
hope you leave your
what do
phone
you-
on after Boise State wins.
What are you going to say if
Boise
Boise
State won't win.
What are you going to say if Boise State wins? What's the consensus then about
What do you
Ashton
mean
Genty?
about Ashton Genty?
Because he's solidifying
Guys,
that
I'm
he's on a
saying
better
Ashton
team.
Genty's a great player. I've been saying that.
And
All
I
I'm
know
saying
that.
is he's not the Heisman.
And I disagree with that.
Okay.
Let's move on.
What's the betting? What are the betting odds right now? By the way, before
I would say
on.
Travis Hunter's probably the favorite.
Travis Hunter's the favorite by probably 1,000 or so. I think.
1,000?
I think it was. I thought it when I looked, it was like minus 5,000.
Then it went up the last time that I
And
checked.
all I'm saying is
You want to know why though?
there's a reason why, and it's
Yeah, it's because
I'm
he's
not
more
as
marketable.
crazy.
It's not because he's a better player. It's because he plays
mm,
in a bigger conference and he's more marketable and he's going to be a top 10 pick in the NFL draft. And Genty
moved up.
maybe will. Genty maybe will.
Genty moved up to plus 800 after being plus
plus
900.
800.
Travis Hunter's minus $2,000.
This is on Fox Sports
2,000.
betting.
Vegas
I'm not
knows
crazy.
what's up.
I just don't know why
You're
you're
crazy.
bringing that up as a thing to talk
That's because I'm not crazy. 'Cause
No,
there's
Vegas
obviously a lot
knows.
There's a
And
lot of
no
people.
one-
And that goes
No
back
one
to my
said-
point where I think Travis Hunter's gonna win it. I think Ashton Genty's more deserving of it.
I
I think
agree.
Ashton Genty's a great player. He's just not the Heisman. And that is the gosh darn.
Hunter's odds have gone down though by 8,000. He
Speaking
was
of
at
Hunter,
minus
Hunter didn't
10,000
suck.
last week.
Alrighty, well,
Let's look at the playoff picture for the NFL.
I love that idea. Love
Guys,
it.
we didn't even do the college football playoff bracket.
I thought
I
that's what I
think we-
clicked on. Oh no, it wasn't. Okay.
Oh yeah.
It was a huge bracket.
Yep.
Number 1, Oregon. Number 2.
Oh, what's
That was
number
so
one?
sick.
What happens if you get a perfect bracket in this? There's some prize money.
I don't think there's a lot of prize money going
Should I
on.
even do one?
I did.
Oh,
I did
holy
too.
cow! You can do a bracket?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you
I'm
have to
just
do
finding
it.
out
There's a whole
about
bracket
this.
You have to do it.
challenge.
Yeah,
This is
there's
sick.
a,
I haven't
there's a
done one
bracket
yet, though.
challenge. I've done
Great.
it. It's kind of
Wait.
fun, actually.
Should we low-key just do one right now?
No, we'll save that for like a TikTok or something.
Okay.
That idea.
But
That would take.
let's go around the first round matchups specifically because I don't think we should do anything other than
I agree.
first round right now. And let's go through our predictions.
Boise State's number 3.
Let's
All
start
right.
off with Texas
don't understand.
versus Clemson. We have
How
number
do you see a
12
running
Clemson,
back
number
on the
5
3 team in
Texas.
the country?
I'm
Who's
taking
putting
not
up
the
the
number
best-
3 team in the
Who's
country.
putting up what could end up being the best season by a running back of all time?
Can't
It's
rehash
not
this.
high.
I'm gonna blow up blood vessel if we rehash this.
All right, well,
Clemson, Texas, first round.
Texas is going to.
I think
Kill 'em.
Texas is gonna dog walk.
The
Clemson.
best running back in college football is Jeremiah Love.
Just you're
It's not even
you
Ashton
shut up?
Genty.
Tennessee, Ohio State. I think this will be a dogfight.
Tennessee, here's why.
Rocky Top.
Ohio State screwed up. They're selling away tickets. It got leaked, the code for away fans. So there's going to be a lot of Tennessee fans going to Ohio State. Ohio State's a bunch of butthurt, soft fans. I hate that fan base. I hate that team. Tennessee's going to go in there and dog walk them.
For the first time in my life, I think I have agreed with everything Tyler Burr has just said.
wow.
There's a lot of Tennessee fans who can afford those tickets too.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Well, Ohio State fans too are starting to sell their tickets away because it's just basically an Ohio State home game with an away crowd.
Yeah.
They're like begging fans not to sell their tickets anymore.
All right, well, number 11 SMU versus number 6 Penn State.
Who do you
This is
think
gonna
wins
be
that game?
Penn State. It's whiteout for them. They're making it a whiteout game.
Well, who do you think wins the Tennessee?
It's an
Ohio
11
State game?
a.m. game. Why?
I don't.
Still whiteout game. SMU's gonna get shit on.
To be honest, I think this is a coin flip, and I think SMU has not gotten enough respect this season.
Got it?
Sorry?
Got it?
Have not gotten enough respect.
No,
Got
it? He's making a joke about the SMU fan on Twitter that says,
I
"Don't
did
talk
not see
about
that.
SMU like that." Got it? And then everyone else started doing it because.
Oh,
it was
I didn't
funny.
see that. But yeah, I think
your burner,
I
Trevor?
think SMU is a pretty good football team, and I think Penn State's a pretty 50-50 football team. And the lights somehow are always too bright for them, no matter when they play, where they play.
Saying
So-
that as
They
a
are, but it's
6th ranked team is
Not
crazy.
yet. It's not yet, guys. These are not rankings. These are the
No,
playoffs.
it's the playoff bracket. Yeah.
Like
No,
they're not.
I
Boise
know.
State's not the third best
No,
team in the country.
yes, I know.
However,
we get it. You
Penn
think Travis Hunter's
State-
going to win the Heisman? Let's move on.
Penn State will win this football game, just because it's at home.
I don't necessarily disagree.
They will beat Boise State because it's Boise State, and then they get a free walk
Let's
to the semifinal.
let's slow down. I think Penn State should be SMU. There's that chance though that we just get a terrible Penn State team.
And that's
that
what
we've seen
that's
this
what I'm
season.
saying too.
could.
And that's
You never
that's
know.
when SMU has that very likely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
I would say out of the upsets in the first round,
SMU,
not counting the 8-9 because is that really an upset? I would say that this is probably.
I would say 8-9
this
being
or-
Ohio State is an upset. I would.
It's an
That's
8-9
fair.
game.
No, I see where you're
It's
coming
an 8-9
from.
game.
I think the upset potential in SMU Penn State is better than any other upset potential in any of these other games.
That's what I'm saying.
And we'll
I
talk
respect
about
what I'm
this
saying.
next one in particular because I know me and Trevor.
It's gonna be a fun one.
I'm excited for it.
It's both of our teams.
Yep.
Night game,
Indiana
too,
goes
7 p.m.
to South Bend to take on Notre Dame. It's going to be a Friday night game.
I know we were talking about this last night. I know your opinions on this, but I like Indiana. However, I think this is a very coin flip of a game. I think it could go either way. I think the Indiana fans will travel well, and I do think Notre Dame will probably win this football game, but I think it's going to be a lot better than people expect.
I'm going to disagree on the fact that you said Indiana fans are going to travel.
I'm not saying anything crazy.
Ticket prices are $1,400.
We get it. Notre Dame, private school, all that.
Those donors
And
will
so
pay
it's
that
like-
money, though.
I'm very interested to see how many Indiana fans are there.
I agree.
Because the
Just
minute,
transfer.
because the
Pardon me?
minute,
Uh-huh.
why do you keep doing this? You want to go? I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna say that on air.
No,
You can go talk about
I'll let you talk.
Nebraska.
I'll let you talk.
All I think is I'm very excited to see how many Indiana fans can actually show up in South Bend. I think it's going to be a lot of Notre Dame heavy.
Yeah.
And it's first year of the playoffs. Surely they're going to want to go win. I think this is going to be closer than the spread.
I
I
absolutely
think
agree.
Notre Dame only wins by 3 or 4.
I think this will be the best
But-
game. This will be the best game of the
You guys
first round
wanna hear a
matchups.
fun
Easily.
fact?
if it's a shootout, I think Indiana wins it.
I agree. I think Indiana has the better coach or coaching for that circumstance.
However, I think in the only other game that Indiana has played an opponent superior to them,
Ohio State.
they got blown out.
and the thing was, what I was about to say is they just need to keep something in the second half.
They need to just
they
keep
need
a
to
little
stay
bit of
close.
energy, a
They just
little
need
bit
to
of energy, a little bit
because
of momentum.
that's what screwed them against Ohio State is they just let it go in the second
Yep.
half. And I think that's something that if they do that, they win the football game.
Keep it close in the first half. Give yourself a chance.
Yeah,
I agree.
Either way, Georgia's dog walking. Whoever wins that game.
See,
I
I
think we
disagree.
should- Oh, I also
Are we
disagree.
doing the second?
I think we should just keep going.
Let's do it. I disagree for
Are
the
we
Georgia
going-
thing.
are
I
we going
think
to-
Georgia's a weak team with a quarterback with a weak arm. And
Yeah,
I
he's
think,
not playing, I heard.
I believe that, and I think
Who is their backup? It's
don't
got to be
know.
some 5-star.
I think he is a very good
It's
quarterback.
gonna be Dylan Raiola next year.
However, let's
Bro,
give
imagine
you.
you see Dylan Raiola run out of the tunnel.
That is crazy.
That'd be the worst.
I
way
think
to
Notre
find
Dame
out.
gets past Indiana, and I have them taking on Georgia, and I have them beating Georgia just because it's a freshman quarterback.
yeah, in
And
a
I
big
think
time
you
stage.
put a freshman quarterback in a big time stage, and he doesn't have a whole lot of time to
yeah,
work on his connections with his receivers. I feel like anything can happen.
I absolutely agree.
And I have Penn State moving past SMU, taking on Boise State, and I have Penn State upsetting Boise State. Upsetting, technically, because of seeding. I think Penn State wins that game.
That's fair.
I have Ohio State beating Tennessee. It's just really, I'm taking all of the higher seeds. Ohio State beating Tennessee and then playing Oregon, where I have Ohio State defeating the Oregon Ducks. And then
That's the
Texas
first one I really
beating
haven't agreed with you
Clemson,
on.
Texas beating Clemson, Texas beating Arizona State.
Love that.
Texas falling to Ohio State. Ohio State makes the national championship to play the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. The Notre Dame Fighting Irish are going to beat Penn State because James Franklin can't win big games.
Did you pick with your heart there or what?
No, I picked with my noggin. The Notre Dame Fighting Irish are going to win the national championship because they're the best team in college football.
Interesting. The only thing I'd say I don't like there is the Ohio State pick. I think we've already seen how this goes with Ohio State and Oregon. There could be a change. There could be something different. But either way, I still think Oregon is going to win. What are you
Don't worry about
doing?
it. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Got it?
God, it is absurd.
Well, bottom line is it should be a fun time to be a college football fan. I'm excited for this weekend coming up. And make sure to leave your phone on, Jay Kenna, because either way, I just want to talk about this game with you. No hate, no trash talk. I'm excited for a good
No hate, no trash talk.
good
What the
football
hell
game.
was that?
I'm excited for a good football game. It's going to be fun,
No
man.
trash talk? Get out of here.
Because he knows his team is probably
we
going to lose.
can trash talk. I'm just
Good.
saying.
We need
I
the
think
trash
it'll be
talk. Come on
fun.
now.
It's gonna be a
We're
good
sit
game.
there,
It's gonna
hold
be a
hands
fun
and
game.
watch the game.
Notre
Oh my
Dame-
God, I just hope both teams have fun.
We can hold hands and watch the game if that's
I'd
what
be
you
more than
want.
happy. But I think it'll be a fun game, and I'm really excited for it just in general. Dude, this college football playoff is going to be awesome.
Oh my God, stop it right now.
So-
Boise State is not
so-
making it to the
so-
national championship.
If I'm picking with my brain here, I
Dog.
got Notre Dame beating Indiana, and then I would want Georgia to beat Notre Dame. But then I realized I had 3 SEC teams in the semifinal, and I didn't like that.
Which
so
could
then,
happen, though.
So then I was taking Notre Dame, but then I didn't want Jack Kenna to get the satisfaction of eliminating Ashton Genty from the college football playoff, so I picked Boise State.
Ashton Genty won't get there. If he does, I will have all of the fun eliminating him.
You have Boise State in the Natty?
Dude, I don't know. I'm just picking with my heart.
Your heart's telling you
Just
the
picking with
wrong
what I
thing.
want
Your
to
heart is telling
happen.
you the wrong thing.
Okay.
All right, well, let's flip
Yeah,
gears
that's
here,
something.
and let's talk about the NFL.
Yeah.
NFL playoff picture starting soon. We are almost at the end of the NFL year, which sucks to see.
Where's the Nebraska one?
Not ready for NFL football to be
I am.
over? Really?
You should be ready for NFL football. to be
Yeah.
over.
No,
You're looking forward to the draft at this point.
no, because you know what sucks? That time where there's no NFL, no college football is the most boring.
We
Like,
got the UFL, guys.
All right, so we also have the
No.
NBA, and
No.
hopefully the Orlando Magic will be healthy by then.
no. Scotty Barnes out again, ankle. Don't even get me started in the NBA right now.
Hey, both of our teams are beat up.
Trevor Lawrence out for the year. Scotty Barnes out 3 to 4 weeks.
You're so-
Who has it worse than me?
so-
Jalen Daniels returning? Are we serious?
I don't know who has it worse.
He had a
than you
good,
guys. This is
he had a
absurd.
good second half.
Let's look at the NFL playoff picture.
Yeah, I love that.
Out in the
idea.
AFC, I know I am I guess Brewers the Chiefs fan.
Yep.
Bandwagon
But
Chiefs, man.
Bandwagon
Shut
Chiefs
up.
fan.
Hey, Best Buy.
Oh wow.
That's
OLEDs too.
That's your ad as well.
Yeah.
But we have
It's all of us.
we have the Chiefs getting the 1, the Bills getting the 2. Not me for some reason. Mine's FanDuel.
I'm gonna beat you up.
Amen. FanDuel is.
We have the
FanDuel's the
Steelers
one.
getting the 3, Texans getting the 4, Ravens getting the 5, Chargers getting the 6, Broncos sneaking in to get the 7.
I'm sure you're happy right now. I
am.
I mean, you're going to lose to the Bills, I think,
Yeah,
either way.
100%. But it's exciting that we're actually getting there.
That's fair.
I did not
honestly.
think it would. I did not think it would be year 2 of Sean Payton.
I would take the same thing.
And
I mean,
out in the NFC, we have none of our teams.
I would like to point out that 3 out of the 4 NFC North teams are in it. That outlier would be the Chicago Bears.
That's
So,
just
Bears.
that is really unfortunate.
Bear
That's just how
down,
good
Chicago
the
Bears.
Yep.
the NFC North is.
It's been an unfortunate year for me, to say the least.
In fairness, you're not.
Who do
getting
you
4
guys
teams in
think
from the same
wins
division.
those first round matchups?
Just in general, both sides of the ball, or what?
Bills,
Yeah.
Steelers, Ravens, Eagles, Packers, Vikings.
Yeah, I actually agree with everything you just said.
I feel like, I mean, obviously picking now, there's a lot that can happen. But I feel like the Buccaneers might be. I think Buccaneers might be the team that can beat Minnesota early on. in the
I think
NFC
if there's
playoff
any of those
picture.
first round matchups that I think I'm pretty confident in an upset.
I'm just
It
glad the
would be that
Lions
one.
lost at least one game.
I'm
'Cause
gonna
if
be
they
honest.
Why are the
The Packers Seahawks matchup is one that I could see going either way.
I'm just gonna take a nap through that and watch anything else.
I'm probably gonna pick the Packers.
That's not gonna be
there.
a good football
I just
game.
think the Packers are a little better than the Seattle Seahawks.
I agree, but I
just
think it'll be a fun game to watch.
I just think that division in the NFC is a little iffy.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for the NFL playoffs. This is the first time in a while where I think it's genuinely up in the air.
Yeah.
Where I don't think the Chiefs are just going to go walk everybody again.
I
Do you think
agree, and I'm so
either
happy
of
about
these
it.
two teams that have the first round bye right now end up dropping it?
No.
No. But actually, no. The Chiefs
Not
have
with
been on some
the
devil
only
magic
team
run
could
lately.
be
Yeah,
the
but
Lions.
the Eagles are only one game behind the
The only
Lions.
team could be the Lions. And if we
I don't
remember,
think the Lions are
right, who
dropping that,
picked
though.
the Eagles to win the Super Bowl?
Do we have that?
I can't
honor?
do
We
anymore.
talked about this a few weeks ago, guys. I know ball.
Yeah,
We did. Because who did you guys have winning the Super Bowl? I know. Did we have it 40?
I have,
might
I
have
have
the
Ravens,
Lions,
Niners, with
49ers.
Niners winning it.
I think I said Bengals, bro.
You did say the Bengals. I think you guys both said Niners.
Yeah.
Against the Ravens.
Okay,
I
so
said Niners against the
Bengals,
no,
Ravens, Chiefs?
probably.
No way.
because the Niners and the Bengals were both terrible picks.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Not your
But the
guys'
thing
fault.
is,
The Niners pick was not a bad pick.
I don't think
just
the
had-
Bengals.
they
just got
They're
injured
just
higher
yeah.
year.
I don't think the
Tell
Bengals
me
pick
about
is
it.
that crazy either.
Officially doing the fantasy punishment.
No.
Also breaking news.
That
So
also
happy.
is an unfortunate pick because the Bengals' offense is one of the most lethal offenses in the NFL, and
They
their
have
defense
just been
can't
struggling
get
this
it
year.
done.
They literally have
Yeah.
an MVP caliber player at quarterback, but his team sucks.
Yeah.
That's literally a tough draw. Let's look at our Rookie of the Year prediction. Sorry, I know
No,
you
you're
had something.
fine.
Let's rerun that back.
I didn't have anything for it.
Yeah.
I was just getting ready to start thinking about it.
And quite literally, guys, I genuinely think nobody made a terrible prediction. Which is
disagree.
absurd.
I think mine is terrible.
Yours is
No,
the
yours
worst.
was hyped up.
Grant's
going
is the
into it.
worst just because of how unlikely
I was
it was
the one
going
who
to
didn't
happen.
go for a
And it
quarterback.
was still
Well,
better
so-
and still on the possibility of like
He's the best wide receiver in the draft.
I just want to say one thing
He's wide receiver
before
one
we
out of
dive
that
into
draft.
everything.
Okay.
My pick for Rookie of the Year is Caleb Williams. I don't necessarily hate it. I think he is a really great quarterback, but it bothers me to have seen the way that games have been managed down the stretch and this, that, and the third. I think he knows how to play football, and he's shown it by essentially in 3 games, back to back to back, leading the Chicago Bears to an opportunity where they should win the game. And then in some way, shape, or form, we lose it. And I think over the entire time I've been watching Caleb Williams, I've loved everything that I have seen out of him, and I've loved everything that I've watched, and I think he's a great quarterback. However, it's just unfortunate to have seen the weapons that he has haven't been performing to where they have been, or where they should have been, and just us dropping games in frustrating fashions. So,
Number 1 wide receiver in the draft.
I don't get that.
also, crazy thing that we didn't
Marvin
address.
Harrison, Brian Thomas Jr.
He's only dropped 1 pass since week 1.
How many
Crazy
passes
thing
has
that
he
we
had,
didn't address, Matt Eberflus finally got fired. Because
Finally.
it's been a while since we've recorded in studio. So,
though? Dear God, I hope
I'm
Doug
happy.
Peterson gets canned, bro. I hope he gets canned, man.
I'm going to give, even though Tyler's over here saying that Grant's pick of Brian Thomas Jr. Rookie of the Year was bad.
I don't
It's
think
not
it
a
was
bad
bad. I don't think it was bad.
It was unique.
He had a much better season than I thought he was going to have, and for
Yeah.
that I have to give Grant credit. There's
I agree.
I can't say anything.
I think
in
in terms of
all the
craziness,
picks,
his
of
was
all
the
the
most
picks,
unlikely.
of all the picks where we're looking at it week 0 of NFL that I could be like, that's not happening. Yeah, it's just that one because it's a wide receiver.
I'm very proud of my pick.
Ball
you
no
rode,
right
you-
there.
I'm pretty sure I hated
Bo
on you
Nix.
for it. You
Every,
rode
all
with
of
it
us
and-
did. Oh my God, I was giving you
I
the
gave you.
biggest
I think,
shit, bro.
I think we gave you more crap than BTJ.
But
We did.
I'm very proud of what I've seen from Bo Nix this year. Obviously, hopefully our season's not over. We can sneak into the playoffs. I think he won't win Rookie of the Year because I think Jane Daniels has just had a terrific year.
I think it's a toss-up, honestly.
But
But
if
I'm
Bo
with you
Nix
on
can
that.
come out and ball and they make the playoffs, the Commanders aren't in the playoff hunt, right?
I don't
The
believe
Commanders are-
Oh, they're the
Absolutely in
seven.
the
They're the
playoff
7
hunt.
as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Broncos and Commanders are both the 7 right now in the
Let's
conference.
just give it to whichever team ends
And
up doing better.
I was gonna say whoever.
Genuinely,
has the
both have
higher
had terrific seasons.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited.
And they're kind of on different ends. Where I feel like Daniel started a lot better and it's kind of cooling off, and Nick started worse and it's getting better and better each week.
Bo Nix definitely started. It took him a few weeks to kind of feel it out, but he's been playing some really, really good football. I think he's going to be a terrific quarterback in the NFL. In fact, I think all 3 of the quarterbacks that we picked as Rookie of the Years will have long NFL careers and be long NFL starters.
All right.
agree.
Well, I have a question for you guys now. Do you think Brian Thomas? Who do you think is wide receiver 1 in this draft? Based on
I
how
think
they've
it's
played.
BTJ.
I also think.
But I think it's, I don't know. Marvin Harrison Jr. is just that.
He's
I
been
think Marvin
good.
Harrison Jr. is the best all-around wide receiver. Where if you need him to go deep, you need him to run a route, you need him to do whatever, he can do that. BTJ,
I love
is
I
having
think
the best
BTJ is the
season,
best
I
deep
feel like.
route. He's got the best deep route.
I said best all-around. No,
Okay.
I'll give
I-
BTJ best.
I think
Yeah.
BTJ is so good at
Yeah,
football.
I agree.
I really
And,
do just
well,
love Brian.
You know what
Thomas
came
Jr.
out the other day too is Mac Jones in the presser was like, Brian Thomas Jr. came up to me and was like, "You need to pass. Give me the ball every single play." He's like, "I will be
Good.
open." He's one of them.
What wide
boys.
receiver isn't saying that?
You'd be surprised. Like the only
Yeah.
other people that
He's
like
in
has.
NFL locker rooms.
Hey, bro, you never know. You never know.
I agree.
I don't know. I
Grant.
think he's got that mentality where
Yeah.
I mean, you saw it too with like when Trevor Lawrence got hit low. Brian Thomas Jr. was one of the first people to start going at the Texans.
That was
He's
a
got
crazy
that
brawl.
mentality.
I think. Yeah, that.
I
is
don't know
a
if you
crazy
guys remember
brawl.
this week 1. He burns Jalen Ramsey deep. Like a Jaguars, I would say legend. They
Washed.
probably hate him now,
Yeah.
but still
Washed
burns
is
him
actually
and then
found.
starts talking like
I
just
go
shit
washed
talking him.
for real.
Yeah.
I love what I've seen out of him.
I-
I'm excited for next year with him.
I agree. I think Brian Thomas Jr. is a very good receiver. In terms of long run, I would probably still take Marv,
I agree.
but it's not crazy.
No.
I think Brian Thomas Jr. is easily the second best, and Roman Dunes is probably third or maybe
Dunes.
fourth.
Hell yeah, Jack. Yeah, I
don't know. He just
he
hasn't
hasn't
had
been
a
getting
great
enough.
year.
He hasn't been getting enough targets, in my opinion. And when he does get them, he's locked down, clamped. His routes haven't been good. He had an amazing touchdown pass last week, or touchdown catch last week. But
What's his name? Adunze?
Adunze, Roman
You know what?
Adunze.
I'm
I call
so
him
glad
Dan.
the Bears
Sorry,
did
Rome.
take him because I wanted. You knew how bad I wanted
wanted
Rome,
him
bro.
bad.
And when they drafted him, I was pissed.
I think the wide receiver draft class this year is really good.
I
think
agree.
the quarterback
I think
draft
it's just a
class is
good
one of
draft
the best
class.
of all time.
I think
Yeah.
this might just be one
Like,
of.
this might be one of the best drafts.
Look at Brock Bowers. You've got Brock Bowers
And Brock
Marvin
Bowers is
Harrison.
going to be the best tight end
I'd
in
say
the
the
NFL
weakest.
in
I feel like the
2-3
weakest
years.
part might have been O-line, which
Yeah.
you normally.
And if we're drawing
Very
on that,
consistent.
then that's a great look.
What
for
was the
draft,
defense side of the
honestly.
ball? I'm low key.
The defensive side of the ball, I think, was pretty strong.
Joe Alt, right?
Joe Alt was
He's
a left
tackle.
tackle.
He's
Tackle.
He was the best lineman in the
But
draft.
there is a lot of defensive players that are making impacts. this
Jerry
year.
and Jones, I know on the Jaguars has been a stand.
Cooper
Obviously, him
DeJean
out on the
is
Jaguars.
playing for
Oh
the
yeah,
Eagles. There's a few.
exciting whites.
There's a few.
You haven't seen that shirt?
There's a few linebackers. I know there's a linebacker at Notre Dame who's playing for the Cowboys. I
Just
think
transfer.
and a rookie for the Cowboys who's really good. I do think this draft class is one of the best of all time.
Yeah,
agree.
I absolutely agree. It's
Let's
definitely
see
been
if
fun to watch.
let's see if we're about to have one of the best weeks of pick'ems of all
hope,
time.
bro.
Starting off
You hope.
starting off the Thursday slate.
Well, shoot.
It's 3-0 Niners right now.
Give me Rams.
I think, honestly, I do think the Rams probably win this game too.
Yeah, give me Rams. Hell.
Yeah, I'll also take the Rams.
Alright.
actually.
Niners do have the ball.
Okay.
Next game, Sunday game, 12 o'clock. Chiefs Browns.
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
All right. Yeah.
Hey.
Bengals Titans. Give me the Bengals.
Wow, that's
Bengals.
a terrible game.
Bengals.
Bengals.
Yay. Commanders Saints. Give me the
Commanders.
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 Yay.
Ravens
Another one.
Giants.
Let's just clap.
Ravens. Cowboys Panthers. Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
Jets
Oh,
Jaguars.
The
Yes.
Panthers are favored in that game.
Are they?
In what
No
game?
way. Case.
Case, get in here.
Case. Is that true? In the Big 2024.
The Panthers, led by Bryce Young, are favored over the Cowboys?
Yeah, that's not happening. But Overshown getting injured.
Yeah,
The
that's
Panthers
fair.
are 2-5 at home. The Cowboys are 4-2 away. Give me the Cowboys.
Yeah, give me the
Yeah, I'll
Cowboys.
take the
Cowboys.
Cowboys as well.
Jets Jaguars.
That's
one
an
game
awful
that
football
Jets.
game.
Jets.
Yeah, give me the Jets, honestly.
I love the Jaguars. I hope they win, but because of
Jets.
the draft, I think the Jaguars got to win last week against Tennessee. I think they're going to try to purposely lose, so I'm taking Jets.
I like
Jets.
that.
Yay.
Texans Dolphins. Give me the Texans.
Where's it at? It's at
Texas.
It's at
Yeah,
give
give
me
me the
Texans.
Texans.
I'm also going to take the Texans just because it's an away game for them.
Yay. That is a game the Dolphins could probably win, though.
Yeah,
All right,
surely
next
it is.
game.
325 Broncos. Silver Colts.
Yay.
Yeah, I'm taking the Broncos.
Game
We
of the
got
week
a
here.
phenomenal
mom game of the week right here.
Mom game of the week right here. Bills Lions.
Dear God, Bills, please, Bills. I hate
I
the
think
Lions.
the Lions are gonna win.
It's in Detroit.
It's in Detroit. Give me the Lions here.
Give me the Bills.
Give me the Lions. I think they're the best team in the NFL.
I agree.
And their
sake.
coach
Give me
has
the
big
Bills.
balls.
Wow.
I need the Bills, bro. I need them.
enough.
I cannot stand the Lions. Hate that team.
Another great game.
Another good game at the 325 slot. Steelers Eagles.
This is the dad game of the week.
Dad
They're just going to be
game.
running the ball.
Give me the Eagles here. I think.
Give me the-
I like the Steelers.
I agree.
But it's in Pennsylvania. and-
How many games straight
They're
have the
both
Eagles won?
Pennsylvania teams.
Or,
9?
yeah, excuse me, Philadelphia.
9.
It's
I
like
wish
9 games in a row the Eagles have won, and they're not dropping this one. They'll
Yeah,
win this one.
I agree.
The Steelers are winning this game. Enough
I
said.
hate that the Steelers are 10-3 because week 1, on the first episode
I don't
of the
think the
podcast,
Steelers are very good.
I don't
On the
either.
first episode
I
of
think
the
they
I don't
could
think
have
they-
Chiefs
I said
Devil
they
Magic.
have
Well,
the
Year.
the Steelers are electric.
Great team.
I did not think they would be very good coming into the
Give me the
Totally
Steelers.
agree.
Shout out Ross Ryan.
Okay,
Hey.
shout out Ross. Patriots, Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Cardinals,
Patriots want that
Cardinals.
pick.
right?
Agreed.
Yay! Interesting game.
Buccaneers, Chargers. These are very similar teams.
I'm going to go Bucks.
I think this is a coin flip here.
Actually, this might be a Chargers game just because they're home.
it doesn't
But I'm
matter.
still gonna
Every
go with
home
the
game
Bucks.
they've played has been away. I'm going with the Bucks.
I'm going to go with the Chargers.
Give me the Bucks.
Okay.
Not a yay.
Nope,
Sorry.
not a yay.
I
He
ruined
screwed it up.
Oh, yeah.
I
need
picked
to pay
before
attention.
Grant, so
I
it
need to
wasn't
pay
all me.
attention.
The
That's my
Packers
fault.
versus Seahawks, which if we
Future playoff matchup.
future
possibly.
playoff matchup, this will be a great game to see.
I
it'll
hate
be
the
exciting.
Seahawks. How you feel about the
I'm-
Steelers is how I feel about the Seahawks.
Jackson Smith and Jigba
I'm
has
still-
been really good this
I do like
season.
JSN, but
I'm
I
still
hate-
riding with.
I don't like Geno Smith.
Actually, you know what? Screw it. I hate the Packers, man. I'm going Seahawks.
Go Pack. Shout out Sam Chernica.
This is an away
Instead
game.
of shouting everybody out.
The Seahawks are going to win this game because it's at home.
You know, it makes me feel so good whenever Jake Henna picks with me.
And it's the 12th man. They're not losing this game. Let's look at Monday night.
I'm
Two
never
Monday
not
night-
picking against the Bears.
On my birthday, I have to watch Bears, Vikings, and then the Falcons and the Raiders. This is a terrible
That's a
birthday.
rough look.
Terrible birthday. I'll get mine out of the way. It's going to be Falcons and it's going to be Vikings. However, if there's going to be a game where the Bears win, it's going to be this one.
God, I hope so.
It's the second time they played.
Cole, I'm coming for you if the Bears win. You will never hear the end of it. This is my Super Bowl.
Jeez.
I'll say
Pause?
it.
You gotta cheer.
That's
give
a
me the
lot.
Bears. Give me the Falcons.
Vikings, Falcons.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Give me the Falcons and the Vikings.
There you go.
There we go.
That is all she wrote for today's episode of the B Team Sports Show.
Last in studio podcast of the year right here,
There
guys.
you go.
We'll be on Zoom for the next few weeks.
Zoom for the next few weeks.
throw on our graphics.
Yep.
Socials, graphics ready.
Oh my gosh, she's actually at the TD
Oh,
My
social
goodness,
graphic.
the TD case doing TD things right there.
stand. Shout out Spotify. Haven't had an episode up since maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah, get on that.
Shout out
We're gonna fire
Instagram.
Tyler.
Oh, and then Kenna's graphics up there as well for his podcast. and
Yes,
his,
there is
all
my
that good stuff.
podcast
I like the
for the
little,
Birdcage.
I like the like macabre. You know,
That's
What
a
is that a Jayhawk?
That's
Is that what
supposed
it
to
would
be-
look like if it was like a real
I
bird?
AI'd it.
Yeah, no.
AI'd it, and then I threw it on there.
It looks like it looked like a macabre.
Yes, the Birdcage is a college basketball podcast, mainly talking about Kansas and Creighton basketball. So if those interest you, make sure you guys tune into that. Anything else, gentlemen?
Merry Christmas, I guess.
Merry
Thanks.
Christmas.
Merry
Shout out-
Christmas.
Shout out Cal and shout out the J School for letting us record here for a great semester. Excited to run it back with you fellas again next year.
You know what? I think.
Go.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Are we gonna have another show before Christmas? Surely we do.
we'll have
We should do
Zoom
a
pod.
Yeah, we should definitely do
a
something
Christmas
before,
special.
Yeah.
We should do something. We should do a Christmas special, and then we should do like little episodes after every single college football.
I agree.
Lovely. Let's do it, guys.
That'd be electric.
Alrighty.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks so much. You guys have a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you in a week.